Another First Nation in British Columbia is announcing a troubling discovery. It's a disturbing revelation from a search linked to former residential schools that Indigenous children were forced to attend. Michael Serapio leads our coverage with the details. Michael, what do we know so far? Well, we can tell you, Arthi, that the latest news of this discovery, it's being shared in an online newsletter circulating among the Cowichan communities in southern British Columbia. The discovery, they say, of more than 160 unmarked graves near a former residential school site. Now, the discovery was on Penelakut Island, and that is, as you say, in the southern Gulf Islands, and this is where once stood the Kuper Island Industrial School. Now, this was a residential school operated by a Catholic order in the area for nearly 100 years. It closed in the 1970s, it was demolished in the 1980s, and the school has a nickname. It's been called Alcatraz because of its location on a remote island and really how its location made escape nearly impossible. It's a history that's very well known to Indigenous communities in the area, but what we don't know today, at least not yet, is how this latest discovery was made. We don't know if ground penetrating radar was used. We don't know if the children's remains are suspected of being there. What we do know, for many, it does bring new trauma and brings back old ones for survivors. And to that, do listen to a residential school survivor who went to the school in BC.
These are relatives, these are cousins of many of us from that island, from Penelakut, and it's really hard. It's hard on us. It's hard on the survivors. It's hard on the families, and particularly our Sulquane, our elders.
Now, this latest news really just adds to the other discoveries of these past few weeks and months, including Tecumlux and Cowessess. And once again, Arthi reminds us about the painful legacy created by this country's residential school system. Now, to help communities move forward, we know that there are a couple of events that are aimed at healing in the wake of this most recent news. What do we know about that? Well, we can tell you that the Penelakut tribe, they'll be hosting 2 healing sessions in the coming weeks. No details yet, only that they are coming. But they're also inviting people to take part in what's been called a March for the Children. Now, this will be in the town of Chemainus on Vancouver Island. It will take place on August the 2nd. The Penelakut chief saying that it is very difficult to face the trauma, but each time the community does so, she says, it opens up a path for more healing. And certainly in the wake of the news, that is what people are looking for. All right. Thank you for this, Michael. You're welcome. And support is available for anyone affected by the lingering effects of residential schools and those who are triggered by these latest reports. A national Indian residential school crisis line has also been set up to provide support for former students and those affected. People can access emotional and crisis referral services by calling the 24-hour National Crisis Line.